Hello, everybody. We are at an episode of The Journey podcast radio. I'm here on a live blab, and I just decided to do it this way instead of through my audio recorder, just to see if anybody would show up. I just sent it out a notice, and I know this is last minute, but here we go. What I wanted to talk about today is our end of life doula bag. And this is something that is quite interesting for a lot of the people that I work with, especially because we are all wanting to serve people at the end of life. And there is a lot that goes into it. It's not just a matter of feeling like we have the calling and um, just going out and doing whatever we think that entails. But most people that feel that calling, they have very responsibly taken steps to make sure that what they're doing um, is helpful, that it's nurturing of the people that they do want to serve, and that it's nurturing of themselves, and so that they stay in integrity with their own emotional well-being as they serve other people in the dying process. So what I want to share about today is one of the tools that we use, and that's our end of life doula bag. So that's what we call it. It's an actual bag that I have, and my doula students also have, that we that we have ready at all times for when we have a client that needs us, as family that needs us. But it's also more than just the bag, the practical bag. So I want to kind of go over some things around this. So end of life doulas and end of life midwives, soul midwives, amicus, death coaches, death guides, end of life guides. There are so many ways that we can reference ourselves. Those of us who are heartfelt companions to people who are in the dying process. We are spiritual companions, we're practical companions, um, not every doula or midwife serves in the same way. So some people might do home funerals. Some people might be vigil companions. Some people might be more practical companions through maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 months at that and during that end of life journey. Or it could be that the person fully feels only that they want to do the last few days of life and do the vigil care. So it's really hard to put your finger on what is an end of life doula, no matter what. There are many, many people called to serve people at the end of life, and they have a variety of skill set and gifts, spiritual gifts, practical gifts, a variety of all kinds of educational backgrounds, all kinds of healing in healing modalities as a gift or as a practice that they've studied long and hard for. So it's not a simple matter of knowing uh, uh, it's not a simple matter of one type of person is doing one type of role. There are people that describe end of life doulas that way, and so that's maybe one type of doula, right? So anywhere that you have a person that is describing it that way, that's just one type of doula. I happen to work with doulas who are all over the map, all different skills and varieties and education levels, and people of all different backgrounds and spiritual faiths and spiritual traditions. And what they're wanting is to bring this wisdom that they have and this love of being with people as they're dying and their families. They want to bring that love and that companionship and compassion to those people, to bring peace and a stability in a life at a lifetime at a lifetime event where it will provide as much peace and rest so that the family can enjoy these last days together, can spend a beautiful time together instead of having a lot of worry and fret and fear. So end of life companions, however you call them, soul midwife, end of life doula, death midwife, death doula, transition guide, end of life guide, death buddy, doula quietist. There are all kinds of ways to describe us. Um, this is our role. So let me go over some of the ways that people will serve. So maybe you're an aromatherapist, and so your way of being with families is through your essential oils and the application and therapy using that with the person who's dying and the family. Maybe your role is a masseuse. That's what you're practiced in and trained in. So the way that you will enter the family system is that through your gift of massage, of body work, helping that person release and feel good, and the family as well. Maybe your gift is you're a nurse like me. I can go in and I can do anything, around nursing and medical care. Maybe your gift is you're a shaman, and so you have a special gift in helping people spiritually and crossing over and all kinds of gifts. Shamans are spiritual leaders. You have a gift in a way, and then also you can be in as a extended role as a doula. Maybe you're a chaplain, same thing, social worker. There's all kinds of people that have all kinds of gifts. Maybe you're a caregiver, and your main thing is respite care for people that, so the caregiver can go out and go take a break. And so you're an end of life doula, so you're going to come and do some respite work. But in the meantime, while you're there, you're doing other kinds of companioning that would benefit that family and that person who's dying. So there are just a myriad of ways. Many people, most people that I work with want to be emotional and spiritual support for the family. There are several that I've worked with over the years that want to be respite, also giving more kind of practical bedside companioning and care. There's a large group of people that are coming in that want to do more practical in the form of helping with funeral plans, helping with vigil plans, helping with advance directives, helping with maybe estate planning and things like that, maybe creating living wakes, creating legacy projects. And there are just so many beautiful ways that people want to share time and space to help this be not as scary, not as alone, people not feeling as alone, and all of that. So that's a little bit about the end of life doula. I just wanted to kind of preface the doula bag with the discussion of what end of life doulas are doing with people. So just some practical, and also I just wanted, the other thing is here, I work with a lot of therapists and people like that. They have processes that they are great at and they're developing for their clients. So it's not just one way a doula can serve. If maybe they want to do some process work with the family, help with forgiveness. I mean, there are certain things that are beyond the scope of just a friend and a companion. Some things are very serious and require some more expert guidance and care, like something a therapist could do, or a trained chaplain, or social worker, shaman, or a priest, somebody that has this advanced training. So the doula role brings it into companionship. It brings it into more accessibility. It brings it not just this professional that has this skill. I happen to be an RN, but when I go into a family situation as a doula, I'm not walking in there as an RN unless they want me to do standard RN types of care, and then I work with that at that time. But I go in as a doula. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of get that straight. So let's talk about the doula bag. So the doula bag, we can talk about some of the broader things, but first let's go with what's in my doula bag. I have a lot of stuff in my doula bag. So I have some things you can have in yours. I have votives, of course. I have votives, the holders, and I also have candles that I can light, and also the battery operated candles. I'm going to keep my glasses on. I have that. And so then I have a flamer, a lighter, some kind of lighter that I can have. I have paper. I have all kinds of paper. I have pencils. I have crayons, I have magic markers, and things that people can draw on if that should surface as something that needs to happen. I have oils, I have essential oils. I have a large amount of those, and so that goes in and out of my bag because I use them at home too. But I have oils, I have a diffuser that stays in my bag that's just for my families. I have fractionated coconut oil so that if the oil gets hot, you know, we can put a little oil on there. I have spray bottles. I have little bottles that I can leave oils with my families if I want to. So I have little little vials so I can leave with them. I have my singing bowl, my Tibetan bowl. I love that. I bring that with me. I love my crystals. I love my rose quartz and my regular quartz and my obsidian. And I love to bring my rocks just in case somebody I'm with loves them too. And I share them with them and all of that. I have a prayer book, poems and different songs and different readings, you know. I have massage table. I bring my massage table. I always have that in the trunk because I do essential oils treatments and aromatherapy. And if some people want to just get on my table and I do some nice stuff with them, that's always part of what I do. I have material, real pretty material, keep different pieces because maybe we want to create an altar. Maybe there's a place that I can help them create something really special if they don't have their own. I have things for ceremony. I have white sage, I have copal, I've got different things like that. My shell that I put my feather, things that I can spread the smoke around if that's what people want. Not everybody likes that. Some people love it. And I have some on hand. I have books. I have, what else do I have in there? I have all kinds of things that can help me with ceremony, with ritual, with them expressing themselves, with, I have two thets. Maybe you're with a family and the hospice hasn't gotten out there yet and they need two thets. Well, I have two thets also. I have a lot of things that will help me. I have, hemostats and scissors and, just different things that might help me on a nurse level. I've got bandages and just different things that they might have run out of that I keep handy. I have a resource list for my area for Austin. So, things like that. What else? Songs, poems. I bring my guitar. Sometimes somebody might want me to play my guitar. I haven't done that in a while because I haven't been playing my guitar, but that's something to keep in mind that if you are somebody, you don't have to sing well. I don't. I just sing what I like to sing. You don't have to have this big repertoire. You just bring your heart. Bring yourself and bring your heart. Let's see what else. So that's some of the hardcore stuff. I'm just kind of doing a little outline just to get you thinking. But anything that helps you to help them express, anything that helps, that would set the tone for healing and peace and all of that. Now, on a broader scale, my doula bag, my doula toolkit is all of what I just said. Plus, you're talking about breath work. We're talking about visualization. We're talking about guided imagery. We're talking about co-breathing, co-meditating. There's so many things, and just like clearing the space, having sacred space, creating that, helping them. They have created a space and an energy, the family, their own, and we need to honor that. And if they want more, if they want to enhance that or deepen it, or maybe you go there and you see that the lighting is really harsh and bright and the sound is really loud and the person seems to be flinching or not enjoying that, just to go in there and say, what about this? Do you think your loved one would like this? What about if we change the lighting here? What about if we tone the music down? What if we created more of a sacred space around this person? How do you think that feels? And would he like that? She like that? And so bring them into it and get the okay, and that is something that would be welcome. So just wanted to share this little bit with you and share some of the things that we talk about when I'm working with other students in my program. This is a hot topic for us. People talk about how they use these different instruments, implements, tools in their work. We talk about how we work with families, at this very sacred time. Not everybody feels it's sacred. When somebody is going through this dying period, a lot of times they feel it's scary. And so when they find out about how a end-of-life companion, end-of-life doula can work with them and be with them and help them transform this time from a highly anxious, frightening time to a peaceful time, people are usually very grateful and they're so happy to know that we're here. So I do want everyone out there to know that there is such a thing. You're not a freak if you feel this calling. The thing is that the people that feel this calling to serve the dying oftentimes feel very different from how they see the rest of their family and friends. They're called, oh my God, you're weird. Oh, they say they feel like a freak. They feel like they're just bizarre. People call them morbid because they have this beautiful calling to serve the dying. So I want you to know that's you. You are not alone. There are many of us on this planet that have the same calling. We're not freaks. We're not morbid. We're not, um, you know, all of that crazy stuff. We are people that are called. We have a joy in service, and we have a joy in sharing time and space with people. We walk and run to people who are dying because we want to be there. We want to help in any way we can. We want to hold space and safety. We want you to know that you can do this. We want to empower you that you can do this. There's nobody that needs to get between you and your dying or between your loved one and their dying. We're not here for that. We're here for helping you, and if you want the extra support to empower you that you can do this. So you might be at a loss for words. You might be at a loss for what to do next. You might be feeling like you don't have enough support with hospice, even though hospice is wonderful. Sometimes people say they wish they had more support. And so we're there for that. We're not taking the place of hospice. We're more support for you. So good day to all of you. Many blessings. And if you're a doula out there, or some variation of the term, I support you in getting your doula bag and getting it ready, have it by the door. You never know when you're going to need it. And then know where all your favorite stuff is. So that way, if you get that call, you will just grab it and stick it in there as you run out the door. And take good care, and blessings to all of y'all. And we'll be talking next week. Take care.